Scott Talks. Today I'm going over my setup for my morning bike run. And I've made a list and I was like, oh yeah, I do a lot of weird things to get ready. First thing, I have medication I'm supposed to take, one little pill every morning. Took it. Download your podcast. I just pull down, it's an iPhone podcast load. Is Overcast is the app. It's very, very popular on iPhone. I don't use the iPhone, it's a podcast thing. I use Overcast. I get my keys for bike ride because I have a little set of keys that are for the house and the mailbox. And that's about it. That's all I need. I got a Toss wallet with no credit cards in it. This little guy, he's got cash. If I need cash, I've written down information about myself. It's got an old driver's license. They let me keep it. So they cut the corner off. So I got that for an ID. I got that ID for the, the pool area the neighborhood has, whatever it's called, that accesses the little gate and opens up. I got that. I got my headphones while I'm conducting, so I can still hear while I'm riding my bike. This is the Verve. This is the Townie bike. The Verve's still in there. Box is still in there from all the moving. But surprisingly, as I kept adding to the Verve, I kept copying the Townie. The setup is, there is a place for a cell phone here, and these two little hair ties make better than rubber bands, help hold it on, because I've got this pop socket on the back. Got a front bag, got some M&Ms. I get rid of those, we're getting kind of old. Got my little protein bar up here, chain in here. There's my chain. Water bottle, I'll put some water in it. This is my foldy lock. I use 2 locks as a deterrent. Nice bright orange, walk up to it, see it's locked up, double locked, too much trouble, go get someone else's bike another day, right? That's my deal. Sorry, most of you just have one, they're good. And the foldy and the chain lock is like 4.25 inches, a decanter, something like that. And it's orange, but it's a combination lock. And I use it because the 3.75 or whatever it was just too short. I couldn't get strapped onto some of those little racks that have the little bar that comes up to about right here. And I was like really getting down there and getting up, and I was like, I was trying to keep the front wheel in that because the foldy lock gets the frame and the back wheel to keep them stealing that. And there's other things they could steal if they wanted. They wanted my seat and stuff. I got a little helmet thing to hold that. See, it's got an igloo cooler on the back. Someone said it looks like a homeless person's bike. I was like, really? Oh dear. Then I saw someone else like, oh dear, it probably does. Well, that's another reason they won't steal it. Now, the wallet, the headphones, and I've downloaded my podcast. Sunblock. I've got multiple sunblocks here. So just spray on. Some rub on. Just give it a quick spray before I go, depending on how hot it is and how late in the day, if I use the 70 or 30 or 50 or different parts. And I use it on a little paper towel and wipe it on the back of my neck. Nose, underarm, over the eyes, because I used to burn that when I was a kid, and touch up the ear a little bit. Just wipe it on. Don't want to spray it because I don't want to get that oily stuff all on my shirt. Okay. Sunblock. Water. Sometimes I have a coffee drink left over from a ride to McDonald's or Burger King or someplace. So that little drink, I've always had a drink holder since I was a kid riding around. I love going, got sweet tea back in the day at McDonald's. Now it's unsweet tea. Doctors are watching like, yeah, it's unsweet tea, Scott. Mm-hmm. I check my protein bars to make sure I've got like one that's open and in a little snack pack, Ziploc, and one that's not open, that's in another zip thing, ready to use, just in case I get the munchies. Crashy. How you doing? That's one of the bad things about this. You gotta, when you're out riding, you don't want to lose energy. They call it bonking on the bigger long riders. Check that. You want to have fuel when you're riding. So I like to stop and get some water and get a little bite of protein bar. It doesn't have to be a lot. I got my Apple Watch and I got it set up. This is the setup for my ride. This is the setup for every day. And this is just fitness setup. So some of you can freeze that and get a look at it and see what's going on. I got that. Get your helmet on. I've gloves with the fingers open, because if you crash, the first thing you do is your hands go straight to the asphalt or concrete or grass or whatever you're hitting. So, and being older, about 65 now, I bought the step-through model so I could just kind of, and then you hold it up and if you go back and forth and go, oh, it's easy. Now the Verve, I got a lower bar, so it's there, but it kind of comes down at a slight angle like this, so that's better. And it's a little skinnier tires, a little faster. I'm enjoying that. That's for riding to the store, but without picking up anything big. I've got a little rack on the back with some bungees if I were to pick something up that was not have to be frozen or anything. The helmet, gloves, the garage door opener is here, hidden away in this little pocket. Socks and shoes. I write that down because I wear like some slip-on shoes for inside the house to keep the floors clean. And I'm under orders not to wear the regular shoes, so I got my socks and shoes, not too new looking because I'm out riding and I scrape the back of the shoe sometimes. And the last is cooler in my freezer. So I got my cooler usually always. Sometimes I pull it out if I was going to pick up something bigger and drop in here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Everyone loves walk. And my freezer brick. Got that guy in there with the protein bar. There. Let's roll it away. But yeah, got that there this morning. And that's about it. So that I'm all set up for my ride. Got a mirror. I love my mirror. This is Rock Brothers. My phone goes here. Got Velcro straps under to hold it. And then I put my keys and wallet here. Now the Velcro does give out on this in less than a year. So you're going to have to keep your hand under it. It's nice and good on the Verve because I just got the Verve. But you kind of have to hold it. As you put it in there, it could slide out. And you get your zippers and you pull them down like that. And then you get in your head, always grab the zippers like that. Give them a little tug. There's a lucky tug before you get going because you want to make sure they're not still up here as you're riding around. Yeah, that'd be bad. I did that, of course. Back, got a little saddle thing, some tools and stuff in it. Never technically changed a tire, but got one with me, so. Hey, electric e-bike. Look how easy that pedals. It's not cheating, guys. It's just exercise-wise, walking's great. Next level is e-bike. A little better exercise than walking, and then the regular bike's a little better than the e-bike. With the e-bike, you can go forever. You get real tired riding a regular bike. E-bike, you just kind of, you just keep going. You pedal, a little bit of pedaling. You keep going. So you're probably going to go further. And people that go further to work and don't have cars get the e-bikes so they can get there. If you're only a couple miles away, you could ride a bike. But if you're 5-10 miles away, you e-bike it. Or you find public transportation or something, which is not readily available too much in Ocala. But that's about my setup. That's it. Until I add some more setup to it. And I found in one of the boxes, my skin's so soft. Skin-tastic spray. Aloe vera. It's off, so it keeps the bugs off. I don't really need it, my wife does. but it keeps those little mosquitoes away. I mean, there's not really a real problem here. It's nice here. So if you've learned anything, like and subscribe and say thank you, and I appreciate it. Have a good one.